We're right here, live from Brown Lane Studios, right here in Dallas, Texas. I'm your host, Isaac Cherry.
Yeah. Welcome to Sports Talk Beyond the Game. I'm your co-host, Jabari Garrett.
And I'm Sevion Kurd, also known as Sevi GQ, and I'll be hosting your talent in the community segment part of the show.
Yeah, but we're going to go to a short commercial break. And before we go to a short commercial break, we're going to come back talking about sports. DJ Doc D, take us out.
Sack of the game. Talance Sawyer gets this one. Tony Williams has one, and John Randall has one.
Talance Sawyer, to me, is the most outstanding defensive lineman of all the Vikings, the way he's been playing this season. He is fast. He's coming off the bottom of your screen. He can get to the corner quick. There he is on Gino. And he turns that corner, and he gets your hips turned, and he's by you. He is fast, he is strong, and he has moves, too. He's learning to use combination moves and come off one thing and set things up.
He's working against the rookie tackle, Gino.
And I taught Talance when he was a junior here at Bastrop High School. As a student, he was always willing to come early, to stay late, whatever it took to get what he had to do.
Sitting here, guess I didn't make well. Got time and a story to tell. Started when I was 9 years old. Woke up and daddy was.
Talance was one of the many that I canceled, but I think one of the most unique students that I also had canceled.
Tried to be good. Tried to keep.
Hi, my name is Lori Wallace, and I'm an assistant principal here at Bastrop High School. Followed him through his career here, followed him through college, was always rooting for him in the NFL.
Times got hard, yeah. Coming from an up. Times you gotta walk the work, yeah. Coming from an up.
Life, my life, the journey, your life, the struggle, the pain. Life is
what you make of it. Life is what you take from it. Life's the legacy you leave behind. Life is all the struggles we.
Yeah, we're back with STI740 Beyond the Game. Jabari, let's get into this week's sports. You know what? I want to start by saying, I told you Auburn would win. Now, who was in the top four?
Yeah, you were right. Auburn won. I got to
Wait,
get it.
say it again. Say it.
I said Auburn won.
Oh my God, that had like such a nice ring.
Okay, you can shut up now, but Auburn won.
Oh my God, I like that sound.
And they beat Ole Miss. But now, the new top four is Mississippi State at number 1, Florida State at number 2, Auburn at number 3, and number 4 is Oregon now.
Ole Miss, what they at do?
I'm sorry to say this, but they dropped to number 11.
Dang. Oh. Auburn. Alright, so let's talk about Adrian Peterson. Should he be allowed back in the league? I think he should, because knowing that Josh Brent was allowed back in and other players were allowed back in, I don't see why he shouldn't be allowed to be able to come back for him beating his child. I just think it was he got carried away.
Yeah. I think Adrian Peterson should be allowed back in the league. The Vikings team talked earlier saying that anybody on the team would be a fool not to welcome him back. He paid his
dues.
Yeah, so now Adrian Peterson should be allowed back.
I don't think he should be suspended because he already missed 10 games in the season. That's long enough. But I really don't think, yeah, they want him back, but it wouldn't have an effect on the Vikings knowing that they're not doing very good. They lost most of their games, and it's only 6 games left. Like, what can you do this late in the season?
No playoffs.
But you'll never know. Maybe some other teams in that division will lose than Vikings. But how often does that happen?
Yeah, I don't really see that happening. I think Adrian Peterson should wait for next season. I mean, I would let him back into the league, but he should stay healthy for next season to see if they can have a run for the Super Bowl or whatever they might try to be getting at.
You wanted to say that he will play for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Cowboys, any team will want Adrian Peterson. I mean, he's Adrian Peterson. But, I mean, the Cowboys have a good team right now. I don't think Jerry Jones want to change that up. They have DeMarco Murray, who's been getting all the hype, saying that he's probably the best running back in the league. So I don't think the Cowboys need another running back to their roster.
But I don't think it would be a bad thing for them to add Adrian Peterson. Because, DeMarco Murray, he's never played a full season in his whole career. So, and then they have Adrian Peterson and DeMarco Murray on the same team. That pretty much makes them unstoppable in a backfield, so a two-headed monster.
Yeah,
so
that would be.
I don't see a reason why they shouldn't, but I know a reason why they can because of the salary cap.
Yeah, that would be a big threat, but like you just said, the salary cap, that would make a big old gap in the football, the salary. So I mean, I wouldn't have them waste all that money on the running back when they already have a good running back.
So let's talk about LeBron and the Cavs. This season, they're not so good. They're 2-3 on the season so far, 5 games in. They're saying that they're having chemistry problems, which kind of makes sense, knowing that all of them, Kyrie and Kevin Love, have never been to the playoffs in their career. And LeBron, he said that he was passive during the first few games. He said that he's going to do it a different way and let them win, let them learn by losing. I think that's a bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, if LeBron said that, I would actually accept what he said. I mean, LeBron is LeBron. He has great leadership qualities. LeBron will probably know what he's talking about. Now, the way LeBron has been playing on the court, I personally say that LeBron was playing better when he was a rookie with the Cavs than he's playing now.
Obviously. And when they lost to the Jazz, he didn't score in the second half. You know that, right?
Yeah, he didn't score at all. Bad game for him.
And that's only happened 2 other times in his career. So for him to be shut down in the second half and to lose, that says a lot about the way LeBron is playing. And it has not just because LeBron is the best player in the world, that don't mean that it's not his fault that the team is losing. I mean, when you get shut down, like no scoring and no assists, the Cavs only had 6 assists left when they played the Jazz. So it has to do with everybody with the ball movement and the way they're shooting.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an emotional thing going on with LeBron too. He just had a daughter the other week ago, so I mean, LeBron, I think he's smart enough to know what the team needs to become better. So if I was on the team, I would just listen to LeBron and follow his leadership. Because you only can have one person in charge, and I mean, you can't have more leaders trying to lead the team. If you're the leader, then you need to lead, and if you want to trust the leader, then you need to trust him.
What if the leader is leading well? LeBron?
I mean, I believe he's leading well, but I mean, this is early in the season. You can't really say that now. I mean, when the season starts getting on, then you can start talking, because LeBron might be looking long-term other than short-term.
See, it makes sense for him to make them learn by losing in the preseason. But this is the regular season. Every game counts. Well, they're in the Eastern Conference, so I'm pretty sure every game doesn't count because the Eastern Conference is pretty weak this year. But if he was in the West, he couldn't do that, knowing what the Mavs are doing, the Spurs, and the Rockets, they're unbeaten, just to say the least. So he really can't do that, and that's really going to affect their playoff, what seed they're going to be later on. Because I know that later on when they're fighting for the number 1 seed, he's going to be like, oh man, I shouldn't have let them learn by losing. Well, that's on you. You the one being passive. So he can't blame nobody else but himself.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron, I think once the season is an 82-game season. So this is a long season, so I don't think he really cares about the beginning game. But I mean, only thing I think LeBron is thinking about is to make it to the playoff. He don't care if they get the 8th seed, because I think LeBron has in his mind that they can beat any team once they get to the playoffs. So if LeBron just keep his focus, then I mean, LeBron and the Cavs might have a chance later in the season, but right now they have no chance.
I don't think they can beat any team, because you don't want to be the 8th seed and going up against teams like the Bulls and like them earlier in the playoffs than you want to. Because that's really, they might lose to the Bulls because they barely beat the Bulls in overtime and Derrick Rose got hurt.
But I mean, they would have to play them eventually. If they get the 1st seed and the Bulls get the 2nd seed and the Bulls and the Cavs make it all the way to the semifinals, they would have to play them. So either way, the Cavs would have to play the hard teams eventually, even if it's at the beginning or at the end. And that's why I say I think LeBron thinks he can beat any team once he gets in the playoffs.
I honestly disagree with you. Because you can't you can't overthink yourself and underrate teams, because that's how a lot of teams lose. They don't think teams are as good as they really are, and then they lose. So you can't really blame nobody else but yourself for losing.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I see where you're coming from, but man, I think LeBron knows what he's doing. So, I mean, LeBron is a great leader, so I would trust him right now.
I guess.
Also, let's go ahead and talk about some more NFL. Who do you think is doing, like, who's the best team in the NFL right now?
The Broncos. Who else can you say? Honestly, I don't like them. They're good, but I don't like them, because Peyton Manning is the LeBron of the NBA. Where he goes, everybody else goes.
But then the Patriots beat them?
Yeah.
So why won't you say the Patriots?
The Seahawks were the best team last year. They lost.
I mean, I think, honestly, the best team, and some people might disagree with me about this, but it's the Cowboys. And I'm going to keep saying that it's the Cowboys. They lost the last 2 games, but I still think that the Cowboys are the best team.
Now, okay, wait a minute. Now, let's welcome our guest special co-host, Ms. Viviana Macias.
We're glad to have you, Ms. Viviana Macias.
Thank you very much for having me.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Viviana Macias, and I am with a company called VMI, and I'm a consultant for business.
So tell me about BMI. What do y'all do there?
We help people start their business, let's say your dream, and help you structure it. If you need funding, we go ahead and have our investors come in and help you with funding.
So how does that work? Does every company get funding if they ask for it?
Well, it just depends. You have to have everything structured. You have to have all the requirements set, and yes, pretty much.
So do you have a dream for helping people?
Yes. It all started when I needed help, and so I noticed that the help wasn't there. So I wanted to be the one that comes in and helps structure and make it happen.
You said that you wanted to help, and how was it when you didn't have help? How did you find VMI, and how?
Well, it's very difficult when you go through a hardship and you're used to be at the top of your game. You go through a hardship, you hit rock bottom, and the funds are not there. So you might have a great one dream, but if you don't have the team, the support, and the funds, it's very difficult to get started on your own. In order for you to get a dream going and the machine to keep on running, you have to have a qualified team. You have to have the capital behind it to keep it moving. And I didn't have any of that. And it was very difficult. And sometimes you get your family, your cousin, your brother, your grandma, your dad, and because they are able to have those qualities, you feel that they're going to go and help you. When you come to them and they disappoint
So who's the main person who helped you?
I think God. That's what I say. I think he's my source. He's my board of directors, my lawyer, my everything. And I feel that he's my guide. And mentors start coming by. It's like if I meet you, there's a reason why I met you. And I see it like that. And I went and I saw one mentor, and he helped me. And then I met another mentor, he helped me. But then it was me. It was more of my meditation and my prayer with God that helped me see how to structure that. And then I put a board together, and that's it.
How hard was it to find people that have the same dedication and same schedule as you? And how do you find them?
Very difficult. You sometimes feel that just because you're able to do one thing, you want to come on board with me, we have to do this together, it's going to be great. But they might not have the same tenacity, the same discipline, the same perseverance. So you have to really qualify the person. And you qualify them by asking them a lot of questions, what they like to do, what do they do during their free time. If their free time would be working with you, making more things together, that's the kind of person you want to be with. You don't want to be with somebody that says, well, I don't want to do this and that, because then you know that they're not working as hard as you are. So sometimes we tend to fall into our dream and go in full blast, right? But if the other person is not, you see it right away and listen to it. Because at the moment, we're just excited and we want you to come on board. And let's do it now. Let's put this show together, But if he's going to say, not today. Today I have to go play video games. I have to go do this. Then you start noticing. You have to jump on that and nip that right away and say, this is not the person. We got to keep it moving.
So you do turn down people?
Absolutely. The majority of the time you turn down people. And if you don't want to hurt people's feelings, just don't invite them until you gather that they are the people you want to work with. Like that, you don't have to go breaking people's hearts.
So, how many businesses do you fund, like, a month or anything?
It just varies. Once again, it could be 300, it could be 1. It just depends on the structure. If you come in with one dream and you come in and you've been working on it for 8 years, and all you need now is the funding, you don't need me to structure it, and I can get the funder to turn around in 3 to 5 days. That means put the money, and give you the money for your dream. And it took a week because you were already set. So we don't have too many of those. We normally have to structure it. So it could be 3 to 5 a week. It might be 15, but it's no more than 30.
No more than 30.
So, who is the most interesting person or people that you have met?
I think Samuel Jackson. I think he was a pretty awesome person. I love the fact that he wanted to invest. The minute that he saw what we're talking about, qualifying the person, when I met him, he looks at you and he asks you questions, and then he knows, you know what, I would love to find something like that. So I really learned about a lot from him when I was sitting down. Talking to him.
Is he actually as loud and chaotic as he is in the movie?
He's very scary. And when I met him, I was coming back from the Grammys, and I didn't want to sit next to him because he just looked very scary. And but then, man, he's amazing. He's so sweet and wonderful, and he wasn't scary anymore. At the beginning, I was. I didn't know who he was because I wasn't. I mean, now that I saw the magazine, that person looks like him. But at the moment, I didn't know who he was.
So you have been around big time people. You have had lots of exposure.
Yes.
How has that affected you?
Champion. And being in the ballroom industry, you get to meet everyone. That was 10 years ago. And you get to meet celebrities and stuff like that. And it's awesome. However, I think the most genuine thing is when the person, you treat everybody the same, whether they're a celebrity or they're a child, or everyone is as important. And I've learned so much more from children than from celebrities.
So, who's your favorite athlete? Because this is a sports talk show. Who's your favorite athlete?
Let's see. I like the Cowboys.
You like the Cowboys?
Yes, so I think that I'm just going to keep it as I like the Cowboys.
All right, thank you, Ms. Viviana Macias. We'll go on a short break, and DJ John B, take us out.
Operation Community Care. Preparing food for the families for the month. What's going on? North Texas Food Bank has been running low. So what we order on Mondays, sometimes they won't send everything that you ordered, but they'll send what they have to replace it. Like they get the 6 food items, like it's vegetables, protein, range, spaghettis, and rice, but they only have rice, and that's what they send. Vegetables, fruits and vegetables, proteins, and grain. Together we can build a better community.
Of everything that I've done wrong.
Alright, so we're back with STI740, Beyond the Game. And today we have our special guest, Mr. Keith Washington.
Absolutely, that's me. How you guys doing today?
Doing fine.
So, Mr. Keith Washington, tell us about yourself.
I'm born and raised from Dallas, Highland Hills to be exact. We call it the hood.
Shout out to Highland Hills.
Absolutely. But I went to William Hutchinson High School. First of all, let me say I went to Turnkey Boys Club, and won a championship as a kid at high school. Class of '91, state champions there. Went off to UNLV. Was at UNLV from '91 to '95. Won our first bowl game there in 25 years, and then I was an undrafted free agent, fighting my way into the NFL. And year 6, happened to win the Super Bowl there. Now I just love to fish.
So, why do you care about the youth so much?
Because you guys are me. When I first got involved with this a couple months ago, when you guys interviewed me, I thought this was one of the greatest things I'd ever seen. You know, as a kid, I never had this kind of opportunity to. The only opportunity I ever had was to display my athletic ability, but like I said, going back to you guys are me, and I love to see young kids do positive things, and not just about the athletic part of it. You know, that athletics will be what it'll be what it'll be, but you have to have a plan other than that. You gotta have bigger dreams, bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, so what is it that you want to say to the parents that can make the parents teach us better as youth?
Well, I'm a parent myself, so the only thing I do, and my oldest daughter's a sophomore at Texas A&M, but the only thing I do as a parent, I keep it real with my kids. I tell them the way I think they should go, because I went through the hardships, so I don't want mine to go through the hardships. I try to get them to where they can bypass that. You know, sometimes it's hard because you guys gotta make your mistakes. That's a part of growing up. But as parents, we just keep it 100 with you guys and help you guys make the right decisions along the way. And you guys gotta be receptive of the information that your parents are giving you. You know, nowadays you guys tend to think you know a little bit more, but your parents been your parents for a long time, so you really should take heed to what they're trying to tell you.
So, what inspired you to take your game to the next level?
It was just me. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed competing. When it comes time for me and the next man, regardless of what we're doing, whether we're pitching pennies or racing or, it doesn't matter. You have to have in order to be the best at what you're doing, your drive has to come from inside. I tell my son that all the time. I don't mean to just harp on that, but I I don't know if he tends to think that when he lines up on the football field that it's just going to happen for him. No, it's not just going to happen for you. You have to live your life for you. You can't live it for me, and I don't try to live my dreams through him, but you have to have that desire inside of you. And I think that's what I had inside of me. You know, my mom always told me, you can be whatever you want to be. So that's the approach I always took.
How do sports mimic life in your view?
Because sports is tough and life is tough. You know, it's hard getting to the top in life. You know, you gotta. I tell people all the time when the going gets tough, you gotta lace your boots up and kick the doors down and continue to move forward. But sports teaches you leadership. It teaches you the ability to follow. It teaches you sportsmanship. It's so many aspects of it. It teaches you how to win, how to lose, how to depend on others. It'll make you cry. It'll make you happy. So it really touches the emotions of a person, and it touches the aspect of making you move forward and know how to deal with different adverse situations in life.
So you said that sports is tough. Have you ever been growing up and you had people that told you you weren't gonna be anything in life, or you're nothing, you suck, but like, cause friends say that you're sorry, like Jabari is in 2K, but like, have your friends ever told you, like family or counselors at school ever told you that you suck and you're not gonna be nothing?
No. No, because I think when kids fall in those situations, I think someone may see something that's kind of disturbing about the kid. It kind of lends credence to the kid may be a troublemaker or something like that. It doesn't condone someone saying that to a kid, but because if you're a kid and you're doing things the right way, and you're the right kind of kid, you're a respectable kid, not only kids, but adults too, there's no way that somebody forms these kind of ill-advised opinions of you. You know, the opinions don't just show up out the blue. You know, when I look at you and when I look at my man right here, those thoughts don't even almost enter my mind. The only thing that enters my mind about you guys is you guys are doing the right thing, and you guys are more than likely going to go far in life. You know, just the posture, the way you guys are dressed, clean cut. You know, all of that matters. All of that counts.
So Ms. Viviana Macias, do you have any questions for our special guest, Mr. Keith Washington?
Yes. What do you do for fun?
I fish. I fish 3-4 days a week. It's in my blood. I was raised doing it.
Does that calm you down? Is it a meditational thing?
Well, it can be. It makes you focus on. You can focus on your life. You can see where. Well, let me switch this around. Let me flip this back around. Let me try this differently than I was before, because it's so serene and peaceful. And I go to different places, and it's kind of I go to backwoodsy kind of places where I can pretty much be myself. I like to fish, and I like for my scenery to be as though it was in the 60s or the 50s. I like that old kind of that old-timey feel when I fish. So I'm not so much as I'm under a crowd or nothing, but other than fishing, I love to bowl, and I do I like movies, and I'm just a simple man. I like horses too. I have 6 of them.
Well, through this moment, it was a pleasure meeting you. Saying what you were saying to the gentleman here made me cry. I'm just like, it was so beautiful. It was just beautiful. So thank you so much on behalf of all the moms and all the parents.
Thank you.
For being a wonderful role model.
So beyond the game, because it's STI740 beyond the game. So this is a beyond game question for you. Do you feel there's a generational gap between this generation and the elders?
Yes, there is a gap. You are what, 13? I'm 41, so there's a natural gap. But yeah, I do. I do because only because of the newness of the electronics, the media sensation. You guys have a lot more access to people around the world and things around the world. We grew up in more of a mom and pop's hands-on. We didn't have the phones to call and email and texting. So I remember my freshman year in college, my professor, this true, at UNLV, my professor said, class, do not turn any papers in to me. Email me them and I had never heard that word ever in my life. I never heard the word email ever in my life. Needless to say, she never got the papers from me.
All right, Mr. Keith Washington, we're down to our KIP question of the day. Isaac, let's tell Mr. Keith Washington the KIP question of the day.
So, keeping it positive, how do you feel about the Adrian Peterson, Jameis Winston, and what they're going through right now in the NFL? No, especially Lee and Steele, the $1.3 billion fund that they got from the Bengals in the NFL for his daughter who could or can die from cancer.
Okay, I'll try to take them one at a time. The Bengals situation with Devon Steele, that was an absolutely touching. That was touching because to Lance now, the NFL they don't normally deal like that. You know, if you're not good enough, you won't be there. But I saw a situation in that where they actually kept him in order for his daughter to get some of those benefits. So in that situation, man, that was one of the greatest acts I've seen from an NFL club. The Adrian Peterson situation, and I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to touch on that because it's kind of a touchy situation. I'm for the kids and I'm all about protecting the kids, and I think he went a little overboard. I think that the aspect of spanking your kids, that's a tough one because we grew up from that, and we tend to think that we turned out pretty good, and we tend to think that our kids have turned out pretty good. So we feel like there was an aspect of it that was good, but I know times have changed, and your grandmother used to do it. So, but I think if none of that he did was with malice in his heart, and I don't think it was. I just think it was a mistake on his part. Maybe going a little far, but from everything I heard about him, he's a great guy, and he's trying to be in his kid's life. So, and when you think about a celebrity of his nature, feeling like he needs to spank his kid, in a way that says to me that he's not caught up in the lights, camera, action. He's still very much in tune with real life, and I can't just provide and just give you everything. I have to be a disciplinarian for you too. And and kids vary in their respectability, so you can I don't want to separate the two, but growing up in Holland Hill, I don't know if my mom couldn't have gave me the time. That probably wouldn't have worked for me. So that's what we got to keep in mind too.
Thank you, Mr. Keith Washington. We will go on a short commercial break, but when we come back, we will be with the talent segment with Brother Savion Curry.
DJ Dog D, take us out.
I want want them to have different opportunities.
3 years in Chicago, 6 years in Arizona, 2 years with the Oakland Raiders.
So it takes guys like us to come back to get these kids enthused and fired up about life.
We enjoyed it. Thank you, man. I'm impressed.
We hope that Derrick Rose can get better.
So let's get into college. You know, number 3, Auburn is playing number 4, Ole Miss.
Let me be me, but you be you. When we go back out there, and especially when we get through,
kids and things getting together, and him coming up with the idea to get the camps to keep the kids from getting into things.
I lost my mom, who was diabetic.
Turn around, let people see that's a nice smile you got there. What's all this mess on your head, though? What is all that? What is this stuff?
Mr. D. Ellis.
Yeah, what's happening, baby?
Big E's in the house, that's right. Representing all the white people, okay?
I'm so Blanco, that fat boy hitting on my wife.
Again, you saw it here first, so we'll start with you, Liz. What do you...
And it's funny because the tornado kind of brought us all closer.
How did that make you feel that he came all this way to see you and help you?
Nice to see an old friend.
I'm co-founder of a unique organization.
Again, this is Carlos Deer with Canadian TV.
We do youth camps, clinics, in all sports. We also teamed up on the scout with an organization called National Scout Report, and we combine with them and we help kids get scholarships and different things of that sort to help them find scholarship money.
So, Miss
Viviana,
Viviana, do you have anything to ask Coach O?
Yes, actually, I'm working currently with co-owner of Slap Kids, and it's Slap Kids with love and support. Instead of, we're working with domestic violence, so instead of slapping kids with corporal punishment, we're doing Slap Kids with support and love, and bringing them to what you guys are doing, education and awareness, and helping them. And I think that I would love to bring you on board as a scout for Slap Kids, because they need someone like you. Tell me a little bit about the training, the camps. What does it take to get into your camp?
Actually, if you go on our website, 720games.com, and when we have camps, we post a registration form on there. We put out flyers, advertising on the radio. We basically allow girls and boys to come to any sports camp that we have. You know, whether it be football, baseball, or whatever the case may be, because we believe that training kids in the proper way, you can't be biased. You know, when you're dealing with kids, so we allow from ages 5 to 18 to come out. We have different stations that they can perform in, whether it be football, basketball, baseball. We try to pair them up in the proper age group so they'll be amongst their peers and they get the right tutelage that they need to pursue their careers as being an athlete.
That's beautiful. And how old do they have to be? What's the youngest age that you take them on?
5 years old.
5 years old.
We had camps where we actually just dealt with 5 to 8-year-olds. 5 to 8-year-olds. You know?
And what is the max age?
We start at 18.
Okay. 18. So you actually have them from 5 all the way to 8. That is beautiful. It is beautiful. That's complete leadership. And who all do you bring to be involved with the training? Do you bring celebrity, football, NFL players? What do you do?
Yes, ma'am. We try to bring in current and former professional players for whatever event we're doing. We try to bring in football players. We're doing football. We try to bring in baseball, basketball, and so forth. But at every camp, kids guaranteed they're going to be around somebody professional. You know, that's a guarantee we get. Guaranteed at every camp you're going to see somebody that plays in that particular sport at the next level.
So do you have dancing? No, I'm just messing with you. Wonderful. So what is the turnaround if a kid comes in and
he already have the skills and he's an elite player. The unique thing about us is 7 the game is we have our own plan. We have our own workout plan. So we would bring him in and he would do evaluation first because we have a unique science of power cardio routine going. We're located in Antigua, Texas. And after evaluation, we would send him through numerous of drills because sometimes what we think is elite talent is not elite talent, it's just raw talent. There's a difference between being elite and being raw. So we would bring him in and we would evaluate that raw talent of elite talent. And once we get him through the evaluation, we'll send him through a proper training program. If he already has the talent, we'll say 2-3 months with us, he won't be the same kid when the coach is sending him.
Beautiful, 2-3 months.
2 or 3 months.
Okay, wonderful.
How do you get the kids to get better in 2 to 3 months? Like that fast? That's really quick.
Well, our unique method of training is all about power cardio. We take the strain off of the joints and we put it directly on the muscle. And the basic thing about being an elite athlete, you have to have your core right. That means that the midsection of your body has to be your strength. Everything's coming from your core. So what we do by taking the pressure off of the ligaments and joints and put it on the muscle, that allows you to build better muscle, that allows you endurance, and that allows you stability and balance to be on point. Because a lot of times you don't have balance, you can't play sports. So if your core is not right, you're just out there just being raw talent. But if you want to be elite, you have to train and condition your body properly.
So how long would it take for you with one of the worst kids?
A beginner, let's say.
Never played sports before. You wouldn't believe it. I gave him 6 months.
Dang, you already got 6 months.
Actually, I think I have 3, but now we need to go to the talent segment. Can we go ahead and go to the talent segment and see what Brother Savion Kerr has for us?
Alright. Brother Savion Kerr, once again, also known as Savy GQ. We're beating up the block of talent. Today we have a very special guest. Well, we're not a very special guest because he's going to be with us, frequently throughout the show. He's going to be drawing a portrait of our special guest as a gift to them when they come onto the show. So, Brother John, can you tell us what you're doing right now?
I'm sketching a portrait of Keith Washington. He was in the league for like 10 years, I believe, from 93. Played for a number of teams, but in this picture, he's making a tackle.
Who's he tackling?
Number 19 for the Raiders.
That's what's up. So, beyond that, what other types of photographs or pictures do you like to draw?
I like sketching scenery and architecture. Portraits are not my strength, but I'll probably do it if I have to, if I need to.
I agree. So say I'm a viewer, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching you. really not about the money, but like you said, he won the money, but he auctioned it off to a certain charity, so it's not really all about that. So I'm pretty sure they appreciate that, right?
Yeah, yeah, they appreciate it. They was talking about how the charity was giving food and stuff, so I'm pretty sure they did the little that they had.
Yeah, it's definitely about helping other people. So, off of that, when you at home and you just chilling, right? And then you just got your sketch pad out, what's something that just inspires you to draw something random?
Scenery, random thoughts come in my head, as you said, random. Also, music. When I listen to music, sometimes depending on what song I listen to, what type of venue I listen to.
What you listen to?
I listen to pop, I listen to hip hop. Rap is not so much my thing because you can't really get nothing out of rap.
What?
Yeah, you really can't.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. It depends on what rap you listen to. Hip hop is not rap. Hip hop is hip hop, but rap is totally different. And so I listen to hip hop and pop like real music, something that you can get messages and morals out of.
I definitely agree. Thank you, Brother John, for being with us here today and showing your talent. If you want to get on our show and broadcast your talent, definitely hit us up. I'm Brother Savion, also known as Savy GQ, here with John Mitchell, DJ Doc D, bring us out.
Yeah, wow, that's great talent. Might have to draw a picture of me. So we're back. So we would like to welcome one of our potential sponsors, Miss Katrina Baldwell. She's a gourmet chef.
Hello.
How you doing, Miss Katrina
I'm
Baldwell?
doing just fine. Today I brought in some cupcakes that I made myself for the youth. And I also want to say it's an honor to be here for the STI740 program. And thanks to my homeschool friends, my class, the Aubrey Odom and Tulane Sawyer for giving me the chance and opportunity to be here today. On Facebook, you can find me under the name Katrina Baldwin for anyone that's interested in anything under the baking or culinary. So I'm a cook. I've been cooking for years, and again, it's an honor to be here to be able to present some of the cupcakes that I made for the youth.
Can we get some of them? Sure, please.
The icing is great.
Thank you.
Can someone give me a napkin?
Yes, please.
You want to say something? It's a strawberry cupcake with the buttercream icing and the strawberry topping.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Napkins, please.
Thank you.
Do anyone else want to say something?
Thank you, Miss Katrina Baldwell.
So before we go, we want to thank everybody for helping with us, and we want to bring everybody that's part of this organization up. State your name, tell us about yourself, and what school you go to. So I'll go first. Hello, my name is Dr. Cherry. Everybody know. I'm the host. I go to W. Garner
So, I'm not sure how true all this information is about how, I can do better in sports. My name is Brother Savion Kerr, also known as Savion GQ, and I attend the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy at BFU Rep, and I am in 10th grade.
Okay, next. The person who's been running the show.
I run this